Hi, this is Cheslia Daywalker with Daywalker Customs again, and I'm continuing the tours of Wildstar plots that we have built in anticipation of Wildstar game being decommissioned. I want to get some of these down on video, so this next tour is actually called The Journey of the Elements. And this was a community build with 4 of my really good friends in the Wildstar community, Ani, Ku, and Misha. We each took part with different sections of this build, and as we're walking through it, I'll kind of point out whose section is what and where we kind of did the joint community efforts. But this is one of the Wildstar communities. It was entered into a contest for Wildstar, and we actually did place an honorable mention. We all thought that we probably should have won, but our community we're very proud of our community, and at this time I'd love to give you a tour. Here we are, Journey of the Elements. This is the entry point. We're entering into the Protostar area where they have been doing some building. So let's go check out and see what they've been up to. We're going to open our gate here and continue down this road here. This entry area was built by Ani, kind of a construction area here as part of this. And then you're actually entering into a mine shaft area here. This is where some of the joint builds actually happened. So we're going to walk up here. This is kind of cool area here, but we join into this first section. And this is really meant to kind of be done on your hovercraft. So we're going to jump on a hovercraft here. I can remember how to do this. Actually, instead of jumping on the hovercraft, I think I'm just going to walk through it so you guys can kind of get the full effect here. So as we open up, you can see that this is a giant mine shaft area. All of the stalactites were placed individually. All of the roller coaster tracks were placed individually. We come down here and notice we've got some falling rocks coming through. And this is really fun if you do it on a hovercraft and you go really fast. It's kind of fun to do. But I'm going to walk because I really want you guys to see everything here as we're going through. This section here, we've got the guy working with some collecting some ore. And I'm going to go up here. And again, you get kind of the big view here of everything that's going on in this mine. The big machine in the middle, all of the stalactites and the things on the side, the walls, the workers there up on the side. And continue to go through this roller coaster, which is really fun roller coaster, by the way. And I'm going to head down here into the dragon mouth, the skull of bones here. It's kind of different when you're running through this versus when you're on your mount. But I wanted you to really be able to see everything as I'm capturing as I'm going through here. Because all of this detail was put together, meticulously custom built. So most of this was done, the roller coaster and stuff were done with by Misha and myself, and then the actual cave itself, this was all done by Ani. She did a phenomenal job. You know, but as you can see here, we've got, you know, just all of that detail that was individually placed, every single piece of this, which is a really phenomenal job. We spent a lot of time doing it. I think it came out really, really cool. We got some dynamite going on here, blowing up. A lot of special effects with dynamite. All this here. You know, each one of these little structures was built. All the rocks were placed. And again, a great view of a lot of what's going on here. The mine carts over there coming through. You can see the mine shafts there. and the big machine in the middle. I think who did that one. I'll come down here and take a closer look at that. And you can kind of see the little guy up there in the tower over there. There's actually a control tower up there with mechanicals and stuff up there. It's kind of a cool build. And then this is where, you know, you're not supposed to go, obviously, right? But we're going to go there anyway. So we're walking along, and we fall into the journey of the earth. That was kind of the theme of this, is journey to the center of the earth. And so after you come through the mine ride, which is phenomenal in itself, we walk into this underground area where they're actually doing some work here, and we start to run through. Oh my, okay, gotta run through this too. See if we can get through this. Ah, okay. All of that's Ani's design, pretty cool. Then we come out here, and this is the first like elemental area. These are elemental collectors, and we'll see what those do a little bit further into this. But this is all part of the elements of earth. And this is the shrine here to the crystal cave here, and the elements of earth here as we start to go through. Again, a lot of really cool special effects that you can do within the game that made it quite unique. So opening up into kind of a little camping area, and that was the journey of the earth. So the mine shaft and that beginning area was all part of Earth's element. And now we're about to walk through the veil into the visions of water. And this was done by Ani, and this is a phenomenal build. She built the statues, you know, stone by stone, you know, the water features here, all of the plants placings, and even the customized plants like that mushroom plant you see up there on the hill. All of this was done customized. It's just what we had the ability of being able to do within this game was just really phenomenal. It's really going to be great to have it captured on video, as we can see a lot of what's going on here. Like this wall, you know, you can't really go through, but you can see behind it, and it's kind of flowing. It's very cool. So let's continue on through the tour of this particular area and go through this lush village of plants and come into this area right here. Again, another fabulous statue done stone by stone to make that. It's kind of cool. The creatures that you could include, like little fish man over there. And then we're going to follow the rainbow and go down this way. This is one of my favorite things that she built custom. I think this is just a really, really cool piece. It's arbitrary. I can't remember what the name of it is, but it's like a timepiece, a clock piece, with all the planets and such on it. I think it's just a really phenomenal piece of work put together, and it looks very authentic. And then over here we have kind of the fountain with the ladies reading their books. That area, again, very lush water area for visions of water by Ani. And you can just see that the whole cavern is kind of encompassed in a dark stone to kind of give it that effect, and all of the colors and everything that are here with the purples and blues and the electric purple sky and everything just gives it such an effect that's really cool. And then we're going to go up this way next, and this goes to kind of a small shrine area. You have kind of your sitting area over here, which is with a hookah pipe, and kind of just a sitting area that you can relax. Again, the colors of the grass and colors of everything were all dyed, you know, making it very colorful and epic. This whole building right here next to me was built. You've got the water cascading down the sides, as well as the effects on the color of the lighting. Makes it quite interesting. And then this mushroom with all the water. Again, the effects are very dramatic based on the lighting that's here. And then if we go back down here, we're going to continue our journey over to this main area. And again, I want to draw your attention to these plants. These plants are all custom built. They're pretty cool looking. There's your collector for the water, the elements of water. There's the collector there. Again, we'll talk about that in a little bit. But going out here, this being the shrine to the water. But very epic in its creation, very epic in its look. I just can't say enough about, you know, how much we've been able to really create in this game and make customized, like this globe right here. You know, that's all custom work, putting that together to make it look the way it does with the clock piece on it. And then as we travel on down the road, we have this custom building here, which is again very similar with the waterfall effects, the domes, and then the stonework path. Each one of these rooms has its own unique feel, but also very cool. This room has a kind of a table, some chairs, but again, the look and feel of the plants and the water behind it. Each room having its own little, feel very serene sitting in these rooms. And then if we go down this path here, we're going to follow this path down here. We kind of have the gondola area, kind of a little sitting area with the boat, but then we also have the mermaid and her, what do we get activate there? The mermaid with her wave underneath her, I guess, in the boat area. So all of this just very colorful, pretty. So that's this area here. And as we journey on through the journey of the elements, we got some little creatures up here hanging out. We journey into the next section. Each one of these was very unique in its own design. Each one was done by different people, but it came together as like an overall journey through the center of the earth, or journey through the elements for this particular journey. Here we have, as you can see, we got some lightning flashes. We're going to actually jump down and go under the water because we added a lot of really cool stuff under the water. Even these little fish are custom. As you can see, the fish themselves, they were customized. I actually built those. You can run over here and you can kind of see this little guy kind of hanging out in his world, kind of like a monster under the sea kind of thing. Placed all of these plants and everything underneath here. This was all customized with you know, putting down the plants, putting the fish in, just kind of giving that underwater feel. Even back to this little guy's kind of hiding out in his shell over here. And as you come up out of the water, we are joining into the Spirit of Life. So this was the life plot. Get a little bit better look here in a minute. Come over here. First thing you're going to see is Petunia here. She is helping the people of this part of the island, the villagers, carry their stuff. She's quite attractive. Out here on her, let's see if we can hop up over the top of this, get up onto the I don't know if I can get up there or not, but you can kind of see. I'll do this. This is what she's pulling. She's pulling a raft with several of the villagers with her, and some of their fish and findings that they've had as they've been out exploring. And we'll kind of come back up here. And so as you enter into this village area, you can see that it's quite lush, kind of foresty, but it's definitely a village off of a landing, beach landing here. First thing you've got is this is the food preparation area. As you can see, we've got people who are, working on cutting up some meat, working on cooking. We've even got a person over here filleting fish. So they're all kind of working on the food preparation area here. And we go out here and continue through, kind of see this kind of the trees and the lighting here. This is Blue and his owner out for a walk for today, having a good day. And this is the central focus right here. This tree of life is the central focus of the island or of this area. Obviously, we've got little guys who are, paying homage to this tree of life and what it inspires for the community, for the village here. And as we start to take a tour through this village, we're going to go up here. And this was built by myself, so this was my portion of the build. And I do a lot with buildings and houses and stuff, so you see more of that kind of for me. But we'll go in here and we'll take a look at this first. This is kind of the central area for meetings, for like the community leaders to meet. Again, these were customized chairs and tables created for this in this lodge. So that's again a customized lodge with the logs on the top and the thatching. And as we continue down here, we have kind of more the market area. So we have for sale some different things, some swords, some foods, different things like that for sale down here in the little market area, as you can see. And then over here to this side, we have another tree here in the back that has a lot of flowers around it and everything too. This again being the theme of life. There's a lot of plants and a lot of life here, including our little sheep and places where our villagers can sleep, hang out and sleep in the little custom built bunk beds. And then as we follow on the trail up here, we come open into more of our entertainment slash dining area. This is kind of the entertainment stage per se, where people can get up and do karaoke or whatever. And these are the obviously the dining tables. Again, the chairs and tables and everything were custom here. And continuing through the trees. And again, if you look down, you can kind of see the beach there, and can't really see Petunia because we're too far away. She's kind of zoned out, but you can see the area underneath and the tree of life. Actually, that's a good view from up here to kind of see the tree of life and how that looks. And we'll continue on. This is the tribal council meeting area for like the whole village. So they could come in here and have their community meetings. And then through the walkway some more, and we have like a little area for food, growing, different various types of food for the community. And some resident bumblebees. and down into this area, which is our shaman's tent. So this is our shaman area. He's got little things going on his table here. We've got, let me see if I can get a better view here. Some things going on at his table. He's working on some stuff. We have a place for, you know, people if they need to rest while he's treating them. And then of course we have the weird little idol guy up there on the top. And then your outside area for visiting the shaman as well. So this is the shaman hut. I think it turned out really cute. So as we leave this area, we're going to go down this way, down this walkway, and down to, this is the shrine area for the life. You can see the shrine guy here. He moves a little bit, but overall this is the shrine for life, and then of course the collector for life. And we'll go ahead and leave this area now. Again, that's the tree of life over there and the overall village for. We're going to go up into this cave area up here, and who knows what's around this corner. Let's see. Back into the community area and then out to, oh my, wow, this is a volcano. This area was done by Ku. This is a phenomenal area as well. I think all of these areas were just tops for everything that they did with what we had to work with, and I just can't say enough how much creativity was put into these and how well they all came together. So as you can see, this volcano is actually erupting, and you know, it looks so realistic. It's just really cool. But we're going to get to see that firsthand. Hang on. How do we get down here? Oh, all right, well, I guess we're just going to take a leap of faith, and we're going to jump down. So here we are in the water. Okay, so let's see. I'm going to go this way. Oh, look, there's footprints. I'm going to follow the footprints. Let's see where they lead. So again, here's the collector for this area. This is the Wrath of Fire area. So let's see what we've got here. We're going to follow these footprints, which are really cool. Oh, and we come across our first creature. Ku built these from scratch, and I just thought they were absolutely terrific. These dinosaurs, they are so realistic looking, and considering the number of parts that went into these, I think that overall, they're just really cool. It's hard to compare when you're looking at other things that are built within the community or within Wildstar itself, to look at these dinosaurs and not think that they were just really cool. And we're going to get to see more of them. So let's go down here. We kind of have the tar pits over here to the left. Little bumblebee flying back there. And we're going to turn right. And oh my, we have a Tyrannosaurus Rex. And look at that guy. He's got a body in his mouth. Oh my. He's eating someone right now as we speak. Let's see if I can see up closer. I can't really. But there is your Tyrannosaurus Rex. He is really phenomenal in his build. We'll see if we can't get a better angle look at him as we go through this. Here's the cave. We've got some cave drawings going on, as well as some cave exploration back here, and some more cave drawings, which are kind of cool as well. And as we come back out here, careful not to get eaten by the T-Rex. We're going to run around here. See some more dinos over here. We've got a couple of little ones over here. And then we're going to run over this way, past the fire, following the footprints again. And we have this phenomenal Brontosaurus. She's absolutely beautiful. Look at that. Just fabulous. See if I can get a better view going back over here, maybe a little bit. See if I can get a better view of her. but it's just a fabulous dinosaur. Again, these dinosaurs were built by Koo, and he just did a phenomenal job with them. Now we're going to run back down here and look at, there's arrows going this way, so let's go into this cave, see what we're going to find down here. Here is the Journey of the Elements Wrath of Fire shrine. This looks really cool. And then we're going to follow back this way. And as we run through the fire, we see a flame blowing worm of some sort, and follow the arrows back here. And it wants us to go in here. Okay. Let's see if I go in here, and let's see. I think I have to double jump. Did I jump far enough? Yeah, okay, double jump again. And I jump out of the volcano. So I actually went in and jumped out of the volcano, which was, I thought, a pretty cool thing. It actually took us right through jumping through the volcano. Now from up here you can see a little bit better some of the things down there, some of the builds down there. We can go over here and kind of see get a better view of the Brontosaurus. There she is. Pretty cool. And you can see the Tyrannosaurus Rex from up here. This was a really phenomenal build. And so we're going to journey on to the fourth and final area. And as we come into this area, you'll see that this is the Breath of Air. This was done by Misha. And you can see this gorgeous floating city above the towering spire here. And you can see the individual collection tubes coming up. This is from all of the different areas coming up and feeding the city. And that's where all those collections are coming from to feed from the elements of the earth into this city. And you also see there's some village piece down there, and we'll visit that as well in just a little bit, but we're first going to go up this way. And again, this is the Breath of Air. So we've got a really cool air balloon, hot air balloon over there, and some little village boats down below, fishing boats down below. But we're going to take a look at this really cool city. So when you first enter the city, you see that we're kind of in an agricultural area where they do a lot of their growing. You also have a little chicken coop over here, which is really cute. You actually have some little chickens in the chicken coop, which are cool. And then kind of as a secret down here, if we go inside here, this is kind of where the collection starts. This is kind of like the underground room in which the collections are feeding into. Kind of more of a command central, I guess you'd call it. I need to zoom in a little bit because I keep buzzing out. So this is more of kind of the command central area for this particular city. You can see that they're watching everything that's going on here. And so we'll close that back up. So we have the agricultural area down here, and we're growing some grapes for the wine and different things like that. This first little area is kind of the winery. You can see you can get glasses of wine here, and there's a little bartender there. And then we're going to go around this way, and we'll hit the first one down here on this level. This is kind of more of the living quarters. You can see, again, these were custom-made couches and custom-made furniture. You got your sink. And you can see here, the blue, the water, is feeding the water of the into there. So this is where they get their water element here. And we're going to go upstairs. And upstairs here, you've got like a little bedroom. You've got the bed there, again custom made, closet, and this way into the bathroom. And again, the water tubes feeding the water to the bathtub or to the toilet, and also in the shower, you've got the water feed in the shower. So each one of those little elements. And then another bedroom here. And we'll go back down, go out. And let's see, I'm trying to think, yeah, we can go up this way over here. This takes us to the next level. And I believe this is just another house unit here. We'll just kind of take a look. Kind of similar setup with the kitchen, dining room area, and then the upstairs, kind of your bedroom area. What a view. Look at that view. Love to have a bedroom with that kind of view. And another bedroom here. And the bath. So very similar to what the first setup we saw. Again, all custom, you know, I guess I say that a lot, but the custom railings, the custom decking, all of that is all custom. Then we'll go into here next. This is kind of the bistro area, kind of like come get your food kind of thing. You have your drink stations over here, as well as seating, and then all of this custom food. And you see all of these were kind of made custom. You've got cheese and grapes and sandwiches and hot dogs even. I love the hot dogs. Tacos, all kinds of custom food here, which is really cool. And then over here in this little room right here, I think this is just a hookah lounging area. Again, kind of draped around with the drapes, and you got your cushions to sit on. And let's see where we are going from here. Let's go this way. We'll go up this way next. This is a this area up here is kind of like an observatory or a constellation room, or you know, something like that. But this is where they would watch the constellations and watch different things about in the observatory here. And then up the stairs from there is also kind of like the command central. So you've got your different equipment, your big telescope, big monster telescope, huge telescope, along with all your equipment collections. These are like, you know, like computer decks collecting information. You can see all the cabling running around in this observatory, and then all that information obviously feeds back down into the station downstairs. But look at the view. You can see a lot of the village over there. We're going to go there next. So, okay, we're going to run back down because we got one more area to see underneath here. So we need to go down. And this is kind of the shrine area or church area for the village. But here you can see there's elements. Each one of the elements is represented here. So you've got, this is being, you know, the earth element, the water element, the life element, the fire element, the air element, and then obviously the overall journey of the elements all together here. So each one of the elements is represented here, and I thought this was a really cool room. Look at the ceiling. I mean, look at the way those boards are placed in that spiral fashion. Just the sheer intensity of what you could do within the game was really kind of cool. Okay, we're going to leave this area and we're going to go ahead and run down to the other area, show you the little farm village or the fishing village down below. Okay, and as we're running along, you can see the stonework and the trees and the waterfalls and everything here just really immerses you in the area and really makes you feel like it's real, you know, like it's a real village that was created. And well, I guess it was, but so it's kind of cool. I just love the effect of all of the things that we could do with Wildstar, just with what we could do, and we wanted to do so much more. So we come into the fishing village here. Over here to the right is our Fishmonger, and he has all kinds of really cool fish for sale. We have groupers and eels and clams and crabs and octopus and lobsters, and of course all of these were handmade. All of these were made out of different pieces of the that you could acquire in the game and made to look like fish and stuff. These weren't actual fish, they were actually made to look this way, which is really cool. And our fish tank over here with the lobsters in it and everything. So really great job with that. Again, you can see the village, the city up in the air from here. And then as you come down here, you got a little fishing boat off here. And they've obviously been catching orca. And so this is their little village. You can go in here, and a just small, quaint little sitting area in this particular hut. And if we want to go up here, we're going to see more little huts along the way as we traverse our way up here. You got a little hut here, cooking some fish out front, and just kind of a little, and I think there's a bedroom back here too. And here's your bedroom with your nautical bed and chest and dresser and everything. This game also let you resize things, so you could take things that were, you know, really small and make them big, or you could take things that were really big and make them small, and so you could fit them in a lot of areas. But this is all, these were custom huts and custom chairs and things like that that were made to fit in here in these huts. So this is a really cool fireplace. I love this fireplace. It's really kind of cool. And of course you got a little bedroom back here as well. And as we continue up the path here, again, phenomenal view of the entire city, floating there in the sky that we visited and where we came from through that cave over there. And we're going to continue up here to the shrine for the air elements. Beautiful shrine. And then this appears that this is our exit. So let's see where we go. And as we fall through the exit here, it brings us back to the beginning. This is where we started. And so I appreciate you joining us on this tour. It's Journey of the Elements. Again, thank you to phenomenal builders, Ku, Ani, and Misha, for making this a reality. And just another one of Daywalker Customs Tours. Thanks for coming.